Good morning. Well, it's afternoon actually, but maybe you're in a part of the world that is morning. I don't know. We're all on our own timelines, right? So, for today, let's see. I like doing something different every day, even if we're doing the same thing. It's one of the challenging things about work, right? It always ends up like it's always the same, but it's always different, but it's never different. It's always the same. Let's see. Plan to do two of these today. You know, everybody does things their own way, and well, I don't know what I'm doing. That's the best way, right? That's when you know you're growing. So what I'd like to do, let's see. I'd like Spirit to give us 3 cards to show us where we're at. That's what I've started doing every morning, the Adaya. I'm in a dire need of some change in my life, god damn. And that's what I pull every morning to have the universe tell me where we're at. And, well, if we're all connected, I feel like that's a goddamn important thing to go over, right? If the world needs me to exchange my change, so they got something to go off of each day to think about, that's the least I can do, right? No matter even if I'm doing something else. Shows our heart. So, let's show it a couple times. Make sure they're nice and mixed up. So we're asking for 3 cards to show us where we are at the present time. You know, one of the interesting things about me personally is the way that it seems like the world has always blocked me off, and no matter their knowledge, my intuition and divine forces always end up guiding me, which has made me really strong in certain ways. I mean, I'm a hell of a studier too, but I've come to rely on that maybe a little too much. And it's hard to know when you're supposed to make decisions, but then you feel like, well, god dang, I can't make a decision unless the divine lets me do it. And if I want it, well, the weird thing is I can't necessarily just drive over and go buy it, right? Because easy come, easy go. All right, let's split this up. Let's see what we get. Life's challenging for everyone. More money, more people, more stuff doesn't make it any easier. That's for god dang sure. So what we get here, let's see. We'll pull these towards me this time. It doesn't really matter, you know. People always wonder, like, well, you know, how do I pull it out? Which way is upside down? Let's not even do reversals. How about that? See, we just set standards with ourselves and the universe. So we got the 10 of Cups. I don't know why I've been so shaky the last couple days. So we get the 10 of Cups. That's kind of like everybody's ideal, you know? Just to be together with our partner. Just amazed at the creation around us. The kids playing, love, just completeness. Like Christmas without setting anything up. No tree, no nothing. You just open the door and bam, you're right there, right? Well, that's funny. You know, that is where we are every morning, right? And we choose to see the world for how we choose to see it, and that helps. That does a lot to set it up a certain way. It's important to be open and to have love for no reason in order for it to go right, I believe. So we got next. We got this, the Page of Swords on the body. The way I do it, most of the time, is the order of the cards, state of place. So this is the mind, in this case. We're there, right? We got it. We got the enlightenment. Done. Okay. Now the body, god dang, how'd we get there? By getting fucked up, right? That's the truth. They ain't gonna get there without getting fucked up, period. And you're gonna do it to yourself. Or the world's gonna do it to you either way. And so then our bad habits lead us there. And then we have to start dropping them off. Nothing happens overnight. Like I said, I downgraded to beer. And it's just as toxic as anything else. Sure, it takes 12 to get you to the place that 2 of my rum and coke. Hey. I gotta move something for her. Always Tigger. She's the most important person in every room. Jesus. There. Okay? Kids. I can't even lock them out while I do some work. Alright. So, and right now I'm working on quitting smoking myself. I didn't smoke 18 hours or so yesterday, and I've had 2 today. What's failure? What's success? Oh yeah, I quit smoking for 10 years, yeah, but today you could have another cigarette. Did you fail? The thing is not to feel guilt. Guilt is really a useless emotion. It's a powerful emotion. And it's not fully useless, but mostly it's useless. It just drags us down and it goes nowhere. Oh, here comes Sophia thinks she needs to be center of attention again. Alright, so what do we got for spirit today? For where we're at. Oh, spirits on the tower. Man, we got enlightenment, we got a little guy with a sword, and we got the whole building. This looks like David and Goliath. Reading right here. I don't know if this is David's or if this is Goliath's, but yeah, spirit. Everything collapses into singularity. And the tower is always here. Whatever is made and created will always have a tendency to fall apart. And that's, I believe, one of the important reasons why they made sure that everything was divided in the world in order for there ever to be the possibility of making it come correct and straightening it all out in time as the right people and the right times and all these things come together. We're going to use another deck here. This is a 1986 A.G. Miller deck. I love this deck. It's a standard Rider-Waite. I'm still shuffling, but you can see the wheel. Shows up right here at the bottom. So let's see, that was, in a way, that's actually a very good past reading, but the past is still here with us. So I agree that the 10 of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Tower, yeah, we've been living there for a long time. A long time. You could also look at it as, here's intoxication of the mind. Okay, woo, I'm high, alright. Now I'm the Page of Swords. Look, I'm gonna cut shit up. Like, well, we got downloads, we got things coming, and nothing's getting our way. Oh, now I gotta come down. Holy shit. And we destroyed everything we saw. There ain't nothing left other than what? The next day. Alright. Moving on. So let's ask Spirit, show us. Tomorrow. In the expanse of tomorrows, more tomorrow being an hour from now. Because it's really no different. all time spreads out like a Doppler shift from where one is. And what we believe in and what we hold on to reconnects all those things from the past and before us, and smears it around in a panoramic, let's say, of where we're at. But everything comes down to where we put our mind in the moment, what we choose to focus on, believe in, who we associate with, what we consume, all these things. So, I'll shuffle 3 more times and have the universe tell us what we need to think about and focus on in our tomorrow of tomorrows. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We have. So we got to think about the 3 of Swords. The mind as the 3 of Swords. This is a powerful intention card, I believe. This shows what we contain within is what comes out. In this particular reading, that's what I believe the divine is telling us. And this also goes for the concept of justice or love. We have to hold out for it and stand behind our wall of swords and trust that the universe is going to take care of things with what we hold in our mind. At the same time, we can't hold on to everything, and we really need to let it all go. But set an intention repeatedly, and repeatedly let it go. Letting go repeatedly of anything that comes up on its own that has no business in here, now, or ever, if it even existed in the past, because most things are an illusion of deception we tell ourselves, a belief about the past and about the way things turned out when we were participant players in it, and we decided during how we were going to float through the situation or what we were going to control or whatever, and then however it ends up, then we decide, oh, well, it was his fault. It was that person. That's how it goes. That's all made up. It's bullshit. Ultimately, what we got in the body? Ooh, we got justice. Yeah. All right, Lady Justice. So we need to bring justice to our bodies, to the body of everyone. And that comes with peace and balance, love and harmony. And, yeah, we have to bring justice to ourselves, and that has to do with the interesting part about it. Those are the things that make us feel good, balance out, and they bring us suffering, especially when they're consumed. That's pretty straightforward. All right, who we got on the spirit? God dang, 3 ladies in a row. We got Temperance on the spirit. Right. So, the universe, our guide, tells us that peace and harmony and balance, once again, win the day. We have to stand behind our swords, or ahead of them, however you want to look. Hold ourselves in balance and seek it for ourselves if we ever hope to seek it elsewhere. And Temperance. I'm going to pull just a hair bit more information on this. Right. So, the 3 of Swords also stands for concepts of heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression, and surgery. But See, these concepts are, you'll find every book has a different, and it's different for every reading. And so it can add to the reading, or it can have nothing to do with it. It depends on where we're at. I believe that does equate somewhat. That the mind learned what I had to say to beginning, or what channeled, that through heartbreak and loss and divorce and all these things, we learn to balance our swords. And this is the high priestess, has the feather in her hat. This is the swords we have to maintain and control. But there's not much control needed once we stop doing things that probably don't need to do. What those things are, it's not that clear. It is not that clear. Especially if you heard it from down the line, everybody knows this in society, then that's the fake news. So, on the justice here, cause and effect, win-win solutions, the truth comes out. Right. And so it has to do with patience. And this is on the body, patience. Is what we need to look forward to if things are ever going to balance. We just have to keep trucking away with love and trust. Temperance here on the spirit of the future from here and what we need to think about. Spirit needs to find balance, harmony, patience, self-control, and moderation. Exactly. And so she's pouring one cup into the other. In this case, it could look like, instead of drinking it, she's handing it over. She's pouring her cup into another cup and giving it away. There's one way it could be interpreted in this case. All right, let's do this again. So, we did hear from the perspective of what we need to know about how we got here. We did the future as far as the things we need to know in order to set it on course. And so really the second row ends up being the here in this case. So let's pull 3 more. Spirit, tell us how. The future, how. How can we get there? The future that has these things in alignment. All right, we'll get. We got the Emperor. This is the Lord of the Rings deck. Emperor number 4. So, Spirit seems to be telling us to learn how to better manage our power. Of course, the Emperor has a whole goddamn war closet full of guns. But it has to be balanced out with compassion. And he has to sit on that throne and balance out the armaments with the fact that they're all in the war closet because we don't want anybody using the mothers. And so you ain't got to worry about me. I've been collecting all the poisons and locking them up. And so in this case, I see the Emperor and the Hierophant very closely linked to a balanced ruler. And this card, the Emperor, says, Elrond refuses to touch the ring and thus retains his independence. That's a good mind one, right? Then we got the Lovers on the body, right? We're still on the same page. We're still talking about the same thing, learning how to love ourselves and take care of ourselves better through the choices of our habits and how we meet and deal with other people. The balance has to be maintained within in order for it to be reciprocated, truly. And two partners each have to have their balanced masculine and feminine sides and be able to hold on to their power separately. Together, married or separately, as co-workers or period. So this is a good one. Then the body is the Lovers. The one split into two that has to work together from here. And it says, Aragorn is reunited with his love, the Lady Arwen. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got... That's balance, right? We got 4 and 6. That's a DF right there. We go from the mind, we got the ring on top. The body, we got the 2 hearts on top. I'm interested. I'm nervous. What's this next one? That's interesting. The middle row was 3 women, and so far we got 2 males, in almost all major arcana. That happens to me a lot. Oop, wrong way. We got, so the Spirit, things to help us forward. Maintain from here, we got the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. The 7 Palantiri show many things, but not all are true visions. Right. We have to make sure we're not led along by illusion. That adds up to 13. Let's see, our middle row, we got so 14. $25. We're 25 on the middle row. It's at 38. That's a good number. Well, anyway. Alright. I have 4 decks. We might as well just do another one, see what information we can pull out of that. For our day. Before I get it moving. The fun thing about tarot is you set the rules and limitations in yourself. And so, if I go, all right, give me a clarifier on that 7 of Cups, right? What kind of illusion we need to clarify the illusions for us? Considering the interesting thing is a belief and an intention for the future is based upon illusion. Otherwise, you just go buy it at the store. You just call it up and go get it. But anything worth having is not that dang easy. All right. There's a clarifier. Let's see if you can jump one on us. Get the deck to work for us. I should take this one at the bottom here. It's illusions. We got the world. Clarifying the Seven of Cups. Very interesting. The world a lot of times has to do with endings, but at the same time, the world is the illusion in how we see it. It's about completion, goals, lessons, and travel.